looking for a side hustle that's Alex Hormozi approved, you can do it from anywhere and you can make as much money as the effort that you put in. There's literally no cap on it. It's just how hard you work. That's how much you make. I want to introduce you to the sponsorship world. A lot of you are consuming content every single day. Podcasts, going to events, YouTubers, social media influencers might as well leverage it. And in this clip that I'm about to show you, Alex Hormozi talks about how if he went to nothing, how he would make his first million. And quite literally what he explains is what I teach in my program. And I want to introduce you to the world of sponsorship so you can understand how to leverage it as just being the connector, being the middleman, exactly what he describes in this upcoming clip. And then I'm going to teach you how to do it in a free training where I give the 7 steps to start this side hustle. Watch this clip of Alex Hormozi, then watch the rest of the video where I explain to you why this is an untapped market and this is an excellent opportunity to start a side hustle or a full-time gig. It's quite literally what Alex Hormozi would do if he had to make his first million again. It's just in a world that you might not be aware of, and that is the event and commercial sponsorship world. So let's watch the clip and then we'll explain at the end.
All right, what do I got?
I love it. All right, if I reset your bank account and your followers, change your name and face, so I reset you to 0, basically drop you in another life, not another country. How long do you think it would take you to get rich again?
And what's rich?
Rich would be, let's say, for the name of this podcast, my first million. To make $1 million, get $1 million in your bank
a year.
And what would be the approach? So you're back to nameless, faceless Alex.
Yeah. Well, having lost everything twice, I'll tell you what I did, which was I find a local business that's typically a service that I think I can sell for a lot of money, and they're typically undercharging. And so I will say, hey, how cheaply will you let me sell you? Basically, if I send you 100 customers, how cheaply would you do it? Would you charge me to do that? And so I get an agreement on price from them. And then I sell for whatever the hell
I brought you volume.
Yeah.
What's the lowest you could deliver the service for that volume?
Yeah. And so let's say it's a back cracker. Let's say chiropractor, whatever. And I say, okay, how much will you crack for at the absolute cheapest? And he says $25 a session. I say, okay, cool. So I can sell packages of 10 for $250 and you're cool with it. And he says, yes. So I'm going to go and sell packages for $3,000 and I'm going to make the spread. And it's because I know how to sell, I know how to get leads. And so, I mean, this is what I did. I mean, obviously I did it in the gym space, but that's what I did when I lost everything. I just went to gyms and said, hey, but for them, I negotiated 0. So like, you already have all your cost basis. I'll just add you customers. And then after
the first month.
Exactly. Yeah. So I would take the first $500. I'd say like, I get to keep that. And then after 6 weeks, you can convert memberships. They're all yours. So 0 CAC for you. I take all the risk. I do all the work.
Right.
And then I did about $100,000 every 21 days doing that.
Is there a
So you just saw the clip. I'm Titus from the sponsorship space, and I have a program called the Sponsorship Broker Side Hustle. And it's exactly what Alex Hormozi talked about in that video you just saw. Let me explain. So what is a sponsorship broker / agency and how to make money? Exactly what Alex outlined in that video is what a sponsorship broker does. A sponsorship broker connects brands with the audiences they want to reach through events, creators, podcasts, nonprofits, and more. In Alex Hormozi's example, he went to a chiropractor and said, how cheap can you sell your product? $25. Okay, I'm going to sell those in packs of 10. I'll give you 250, but I'm going to go sell it for 3,000. That's exactly what a sponsorship broker does, but it does it with brands and with audiences. So they will take an audience, an event, a platform, a podcast, a creator that has eyeballs, that has an audience, and they say, how much do you sell your sponsorship for? They say 1,000. You turn around and you do all the work and you find somebody that will sponsor it for 3,000. And you don't need to be the host or the creator. You don't need to be the chiropractor, as Alex Hormozi's example. You just connect the right brand to the right opportunity. You get them leads. You get them money through sponsorship. There's 3 ways they make money. Alex Hormozi, the way he does it, he packages it and he upsells. We can do it in those same ways. Make 15 to 25% commission. You just make the package cost more. Flat fees, building back outreach. You can just say, hey, you're going to charge $1,000 for the sponsorship space. Okay, I'm going to go charge what I want, and I'm going to handle it that way. I'm going to charge $3,000. Or you can do monthly retainers where you do the sponsorship for them, and it's just recurring revenue. Now there's pros and cons to all these. You fit which works best for you. And that Alex Hormozi model that he explained with the chiropractor is they quite literally said, what's the cheapest you can sell this for? In our case, what's the cheapest you can sell sponsorship for at your event, on your podcast, on your YouTube channel, as a social media influencer? Okay, $1,000. I'm going to go find a brand that pairs well, because that's my skill set, and I'm going to charge them $3,000. And the YouTube channel, the event, they're happy because they just got $1,000 sponsorship, didn't have to do any work, didn't have to do any pre-investment. They literally just had to give you, allow you to sell that sponsorship. So it's truly a win-win. And the brands win because they don't have to go hunting for these different for these different platforms where these eyeballs are. There's no product for you, no inventory, and no big startup costs. Why this is a big opportunity? Well, Alex Hormozi just explained how that's literally how he would make his first $1 million. Therefore, you can do it as well. You're doing it in an even larger industry and with even larger profit margins potentially. It's a sponsorship. It's a multi-billion-dollar industry. Most events and creators don't know how to pitch sponsors. So your local farmers market that has a couple thousand people coming to it, your air show that people love to attend, your local festival, whatever it may be, your local business event, they don't know how to sell sponsorship, but they have an audience, they have eyeballs. And creators also don't know how to pitch sponsors. So you can work for them as well. You can work for a podcast. You can work for literally any niche you know, and you are just being the connector of the two. You're doing the hustle equity of going and finding brands and bringing them back to the properties or the people with the audience. Brands want access, but they need help finding the right fit. This is emerging, untapped opportunity, and that's what a sponsorship broker is. There's no social following needed for you, just results in relationships. So why should you listen to me? First off, this is Alex Hormozi, quite literally how he would make his first $1 million. So the business model was created by somebody before him, and he put his stamp of approval on it. But I've worked with sponsorship brokers. I've worked with brands from Amazon, Ford, AT&T, Costco, all these Fortune 500, Fortune 100, and global 500, and then other notable brands. But this also works not just with large brands that you would say you're going to counter with are hard to get access to and to get the correct person to spend sponsorship dollars with. But this works with your local tire shop, your local restaurant, whoever it may be, anybody that you can connect with an audience and they want to spend their sponsorship or marketing dollars on a brand, on an audience. And it works in any niche you want. If you know farmers markets, you can do farmer markets events. You can do organic health influencers. If you know music festivals, you can do it in that sense. Literally any market. If there's a set of eyeballs or an audience that we would call in the sponsorship world a property, and there's a brand that wants to access a unique audience, hint, hint, they always want to spend more marketing on audiences in unique ways. You're the connector. You bring the two together and you get paid as a middleman. That is the Alex Hormozi business model if he had to make his first $1 million. And I want to teach you how to do it in the sponsorship broker side hustle. I have a 20+ minute training that gives you the 7 exact steps how to launch this. Click the link, watch it below. You can really change your life. Alex Hormozi approved. I'm going to show you how to execute it on the sponsorship world in a multi-billion-dollar world where you're consuming YouTube videos every day, podcasts every day, going to events every day. Now, leverage those and be the connector and make a ton of money in the middle. It's quite literally what Alex Hormozi said he would do if he had to make his first $1 million. And I'm going to teach you how to do it in the sponsorship course, a sponsorship broker side hustle. If not, take my training. I hope you get a ton of value with it and run with it and make a ton of money with the information I provide. If not, consider joining my school community where you can learn this, and I give a day-by-day accountability so you can execute this and crush it and make as much money as possible. Thank you for watching the Sponsorship Space YouTube channel. This is Titus. See you in there.